Hello, students and mentors. Welcome back to the MGR Hackathon 2020. This is the fourth webinar in this series, and today we have Bhuvneshwari Nagarajan talking to you on app development. Bhuvneshwari has a bachelor's degree in electronics and electrical engineering, followed by a ME in power systems, and has a lot of experience in deep learning and machine learning using R and Python. So after Bhuvneshwari's talk, do stay tuned in. I will give you some instructions on applying for the preliminary round, that is the ideas application for the MGR Hackathon. Over to you, Bhuvna.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all the present viewers. I'm Bhuvneshwari Nagarajan. I'm currently working in Abdul Kalam Center as the project manager for the Dr. MGR DST NewGenIEDC. So today I'm going to spend about an hour on an introductory session on being an app maker. So let's start. So before I start the session, a quick recap on the previous three sessions that was held. First, the launch of MGR Hackathon by Dr. Rama Vaidyanathan. The second session was on creating a chatbot using IBM Cloud services by Dr. J. Arun Kumar. The third session was on cherry pick selecting the sensor for the right need by Mr. H. Mohammed Rizwan. So I'll walk you over how the content of my session would be. Is it clear, sir? So I'll walk you over how the content of my session would be. I can assure there won't be any definitions while there are explanations on the topics. I won't ask questions but take you through scenarios. I will not talk or go deeper into the technical part, while I will take you to the tools that assist us in developing an application. I assure I won't explain any code, but will tell you the various services to an application. So, imagine this scenario. We know at least 8 out of 10 people in a room owns a smartphone. That's the worst case scenario. But I know like most of them own a smartphone these days. So imagine that your phone doesn't have these applications at all the applications that are displayed on my screen. So just imagine that you're out with your friends and receive an urgent call from your superior to reciprocate for the mail sent. Now you do not have Gmail, so and your mobile do not have that application. Now think about the immediate actions you might take. You will rush to your home to grab your laptop to answer the mail, or you will borrow or go to the nearby cafe to reply back. And in the mail, your superior has sent you a place to reach, and you do not have Google Maps, nor Ola, or any other service to reach that destination. How difficult will it be to reach your destination? Then, after reaching, you're asked to interview two people and have a video call with the selected candidate with your superior who is in US. For all these scenarios mentioned, you require these applications. Imagine now you have WhatsApp, so it's very easy to even send you the documents. You have Gmails to send immediate emails, professional, official emails. Zoom video that connects all around the world, across the world for Zoom meetings. Like as of now, we are being connected through Zoom. We are being connected through YouTube as well as the Skype. So all these applications that you're seeing right now have a very great impact on our life. So why application is a trend? Now let us see the major advantages of an application. Not being vague, let us see what are the benefits from the business point of view and from the user point of view. From the business point of view, you can see that it helps in creating a direct marketing channel between businesses and their customers, allowing for direct and effective communication. You do not require any advertisement to tell your customers that there is a new product from your company, while you can directly send notifications and tell them the updates. Application makes it simpler to view and buy stuff from the different corners of the world, isn't it? Imagine earlier, we used to have this application from Redmi where they used to only send us the notifications on what product they are going to launch. But These days, now they have an app store where you can, they have a store where you can actually buy their products. So having your own application always creates a brand rather just advertising about the products or just simply registering in a commerce as a seller. Uh, Example I could give you is India Mart, where various sellers are just uploading their products. Amazon, which connects so many sellers. But what if your product has your own application? Imagine you will have a brand. You can immediately contact your own customers. You will get your data that are related, their their views, their choices, um, and so on and so forth. For example, if they churn out, for example, there is a person who is leaving your application, you will know that they are like churning out. So these data, by collecting these data, you can improve your analytics. By using analytics, you can improve your model to make a better market. From the user point of view, an application is faster to use. It has its own push notifications and instant updates that can be displayed. Most of the applications can be accessed offline. So, talking about the applications like WhatsApp, imagine we can text to our friends only using WhatsApp when the net is on. But even in the offline, you can access your document that has been already downloaded, or you can check the messages that has been already sent. All the games with like PUBG and all are like online games, whereas the games like Homescapes or or the troubleshooter are some applications that are actually built which you can use it offline. In this space, you need not also go you need not also spend your data on it. Now, now I want to show you like mobile applications during lockdown. Now let us see the impact of mobile applications. The graph is from an article by Times of India. The graph shows the increase in number of users for the 11 applications: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, MX Player, Google Pay, Amazon Mintra, PUBG, Tinder, Zoom, and House Party. And very recently, I got to know about this House Party. This is an application that actually connects users to play games with your friends and your families, that connects like online. So the green bar shows the active users for the month, whereas the red line shows the user growth in the form of percentage. We see, though YouTube has lowest user growth in percentage, it has the most active users when compared to the other 11 applications. Whereas you can see that the applications like Zoom and the House Party has a peak of user growth in percentages. Now here we have to see that YouTube, though it has the red line, has only 12 percentage, but it has 296. Why? Because there are so like almost all the population have already been into YouTube. So that is the reason the user growth is less, because they are already inbuilt in YouTube. Whereas Zoom and House Party, people have not been using it for a very long time. It got into the trend because of the lockdown due to the pandemic, where people are not able to go out, we are not able to conduct meetings um, due to social distancing. So that is the reason Zoom and House Party and these applications are seeing a higher user growth percentage. Moving on to the next. So these are some numbers based on the usage of the applications. Another interesting fact is that gaming and entertainment applications are not far behind, as everyone has more time on their hands. Like see PUBG. PUBG has seen MAUs increase by 80% to nearly 19 million. Casual games like Ludo King and Carom, which many are playing with their families and friends while staying at home, have also increased by 50 to 70%. So there is an interesting fact about an academy where the CEO also has said that there is an increase of 110 percentage of the new users, where every day there is like of online education that is going on from the school education to college education to various courses. There is also an interesting fact about this Udemy courses that there was also popular like in the past, but during this pandemic lockdown, the the courses that are being uh, that they are subscribing has increased. So this is the the application was the data has been we have taken it from Times of India. So this is all. This is what I was talking about. The CEO Gaurav Munjal Unacademy says that he has seen a significant increase in daily active users to around 5 lakh per day, an increase in viewers per week for the free live classes by 150%. So imagine the Unacademy, which was popular in the past, but it has been into a trend during the pandemic. So see how applications have raised their impact on people during this pandemic. Now, before I go into how to develop an application, I would like to take you through the types of the applications from the developer's point of view and the user's point of view. So, this is the reason that is the so I just want to tell you that this is the reason that it is the right time to think of problems that can have an application based solution, or at least provide one part of the solution through application. The way all scenario has been changed. It is only the mindset of the people who think that they have to be skilled in the field of computer science and applications to do the coding, to know Java, Python, and Ruby, HTML. The trend is the application building, and so is the ease of maintaining the trend. We can see that people have taken a lot of initiative and so many updates in the web application that they have given you so easy interface so that anybody on today on the day-to-day life can create an application. So before we get into that, I need to explain you the different types of applications from the user as well as the developer's point of view. So, the developer is the basic way of classifying an application in terms of native, hybrid, or web application. Knowing the right type of application that you want to build specifies the point that we discussed in the last session about in the word in hand principle that was discussed by uh, Mohammed Rizwan. Imagine there is like you are supposed to submit an application or a prototype to in your college, or you have to do a submission and you have only a couple of days to submit it. In that time you do not have time. What will you do? The other scenario is if you do not have money to buy a professional interfacing, then what will you do? So these are some phases. These are the reasons that you're supposed to understand the types of applications. So based on the three types, there are three factors. You can do the permutations and combinations during your planning stage before building an application. So moving on. The first is the native application. So native mobile apps are exclusively built for a specific type of operating system. They are called native because they are native to a particular device or platform. Apps built on one type of operating system cannot be used on another OS. Like if we are creating something on Android, it cannot be used in iPhone and vice versa. The same with the Blueberry iOS, Blueberry's operating system. They use the development tools and language that the respective platform supports. So the languages that it supports are Java, Kotlin, Python, Swift, Objective C, C++, and the React. The example of native applications that you can see is the Angry Birds, Talking Tom, and all these applications that are like that are very easy to interface or that come under native applications. It provides full access to all device controls like contact, camera, sensors, etc. The native apps ensure high performance and great user experience as the developers use the native device UI. Native apps can be accessed via respective app stores, example Android apps on Google Play stores, iOS apps on App Store, etc. So the next type of application is the web application. So web apps behave similarly to native apps, but are accessed via a web browser on your mobile device. They are not standalone apps in the sense of having to download and install code into your device. They are actually responsive websites that adapts its user interface to the device that user is on. In fact, when you come across the option to install or uninstall an web app, it often simply bookmarks the website URL on your device. You might have seen so many ads when you're going to some websites where asks for your um, where it asks for your access. In that case, when you click on the allow button, what it all does is it creates a bookmark on the web page. So the example for web applications is Chrome, Safari, or Firefox, where in case as the scenario that I gave you, if the Gmail application is not there, you can access through Chrome. So Chrome, Safari, Firefox, even the UZ browser, these are the these are the examples of web applications. So the languages used we can see is HTML5, CSS, JavaScript, UB, similar web and some similar web programmers. So the last type of application is hybrid applications. This type of applications use both the platforms. It is a combination of native and web application. Once you're clear with how much time and money you have, you can choose the appropriate type of application. If you're supposed to launch your application within a very short time, as I told you, it is recommended to prepare the web application better. If you're fast and money is not a problem, it is suggested to develop the native application. So the hybrid application, like the examples are LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, where we also have an application as well as the web browser where we can go and access it. LinkedIn and Facebook as such. So now we have come to the building of an application. So there are so many tools, out of which I have picked few. One is the Firebase, the other one is the IBM Cloud Services, the other one is the Cisco DevNet. So, so out of all the services available, few of them are these. Firebase is a mobile and web application development platform developed by Firebase in 2011, but it was then acquired by Google in 2014. So now Firebase comes under the Google. As of March 2020, the Firebase platform has 19 products, and out of which are used by more than 1.5 million applications. It is, and we can also see that not only these three tools that we have, um, cloud services that we have, but also there are some very easy way of preparing applications based on web. So the other one is the IBM, where where I'll walk you through. So IBM earlier had a provision called DoMix.net that I wanted to tell you about. So let us go and check out the IBM. So getting started, this is the Firebase Google.com. I'm sure you can see my screen. So the Firebase.google.com is comes this way. It has all the features like all the tutorials that it can give you, all the applications that you can build have been given, all the tools, services. All you have to do is go to the console. I'll explain you the various services that we have over here. So I had already created few. So this is the project. So I have already created a project called MGR Hackathon, but in case I'll just go through a new project, just name a new project like sample. It will create a new ID, unique identifier for your project. You can change it if you want, but I don't want to do it right now. So let's continue. It will show you all the analytics that it can enable. So if you do not want, you can take it out, but it is recommended to have the analytics to get the data from the user so that you can enhance your application uh, based on their usage. So you continue, you take the default account, that is the account that I am creating from, that is my own Gmail account that I have logged in. Here, you can create a project. It takes a while to create a project. So one thing that I want to tell you is how uh, people think that when I say that application building is very easy, it is very easy because we have these kind of cloud services. Once the cloud services, you develop whatever services that you need, like translator, text to speech, or image recognition, machine learning. All that when you deploy it, you're supposed to deploy it using an Android application or any VS Studio or anything. So we use Android Studio. So now it is done. We can continue our project. So this is how your dashboard looks. So let me quickly take you over this. So the project overview, the settings are here where you can check. So these are the platforms that you can build. This is the iOS, Android, and this will create the deployment ID. So when we go here, so we have like four tabs. One is develop, quality, analytics, and grow. So when we go to the develop, so we have this authentication where you can you can actually see how you can authenticate a person, a user, to come into your app. That is a sign in which format. The sign in method, you can give access via email and the password, or through the phone, like we get for Truecaller. So see that so this is an update, advanced update of what is that, Paytm, where even if you are forgetting your own password, you're supposed to give a missed call to one number, and that number will check whether your number is actually in working condition. Then only it will send you an OTP. So if you want, you can enable it, email, and you can do it save. So all you can do is you can enable and disable. You can also like Instagram and all, they have this inbuilt feature where you can give an access through Facebook, right? So you can give it through that. Microsoft, like Skype, it goes through the Microsoft. So this is about the sign-in methods. So authorized domains is like these are the domains that Firebase is recommending us. So you can also add the domain if you want. And here. So now the templates. Imagine that the email verification that every time any website gives you, even if you are going to Amazon, or if you're creating a new ID in IBM Cloud. So what it does is it asks you to verify your email address. So you can create here in this format. If you want, you can edit it the way you want. And then the password reset. If somebody forgets the password, you can do it. That is a way to also remove this password reset and to incorporate with the phone application. The email address change, um, like Gmail and all doesn't give it because it is already an email based. So other applications like Facebook or Twitter, these have this they have this method where you can also have the same the login credentials will change, whereas the account will remain. All the posts that you have given, all the tags, everything will remain same. Only you have to do is email address change. So this is how it is done. SMS verification is done through this. And the usage will tell you like how much data have you used for the application. So next tab is the database. It's a while for So database will tell you like what kind of database can you upload for the users to utilize it. There is also called as storage, where you can store your photos, your memos, your notes, and your videos. And the hosting is like in where all, and what all format you want to do the hosting. The functions will be like what kind of functions you want to do, whether it is text to speech, some text to speech translator, if you want to give IoT. So those are functions. So ML kit is machine learning kit. Imagine a scenario where you have to, um, there is a problem, like people are giving in some symptoms and they do not know which doctor to visit. So in that case, we have an application where the user will include the symptoms, and the system, which has the inbuilt ML formula, the algorithm will tell you. The algorithm will tell you like on what on the basis of your symptoms, it will tell you what kind of problem you have and which doctor you can consult. So this is all about the ML kit that is developed. The quality will tell you about the test lab, the app distribution that you want to do, how you have to how you have to connect interface with the others. The analytics is one of the main, where you have to do the prediction, like you have to do the predictions as the example that I gave you with the ML kit. You can do the prediction as what kind of health disease that they have, uh, and so on and so forth. The events that can be built over here, the audiences who are going to be, and some debug view, and growth and all will tell you like how many people have it will give you a statistics on how many users you have, how many have installed and how many have uninstalled, and the comments and the reviews, everything can be done with the Firebase. Now going on to the IBM. So I know the IBM cloud was already being taken by Dr. J. Arun Kumar by building a bot. There is also there is there is there is an update in the IBM that they have currently not given any access to the people uh, for uh, for having a light account also. So now here I'll just take you through the catalog. So these are the web services that you can. These are the services that you can install there. Now, for example, if I take the Internet of Things, maybe. So Internet of Things will have different like translator. If you want to inbuild a translator into your application, it will tell you. All you have to do is just go create it and put it into the Watson Assistant. I know there was a very brief session by Arun Kumar on Watson Assistant. Watson Assistant will give you a web service where it will be linked, to the Android Studio later to get your APK file. So going through the Watson Assistant. So this is your resource list where we have already done a few projects. So this is my Watson Assistant here. Recently we had created a project like for the same one within our locality. Like how many people need any assistance to connect to a doctor to have a home visit. Like the doctor can visit in their home during the pandemic situation. So this is the Watson assistant that we took. So as I told you, the IBM has currently not given any access to the even the light account to even launch the Watson Assistant. Even if I launch it, it will tell you that it is not able to access. But still, maybe within few days they'll give the access. So IBM is one of the services that you can go and do this. Here it is. Okay, so now I'll go back to the presentation. So here is the other project that I want to give you an explanation today about is the MVP. MVP, many of us know it as minimum viable product, but in the case of Android, it is model view presenter. So, taking you through what is a model view presenter. So this is the architecture where imagine this is the developer's view where they have these repositories, the data manager and everything. Whereas this is the user's view where they have the activities, whatever they can view, the challenges that they have. So, so what we are going to do is we are going to create a presenter in between the user and the developer. So I'll tell you what it does. The very good thing about MVP is that it will create a barrier so that whatever data that has been that is being showed to the user, it will have a control. The developer will have a control on it. So if you all remember the Sarkar movie, when the theater print was uploaded on net and people started downloading, then there became controversies where a few scenes had to be deleted. Even when the website, del- when the we- even when the website deleted the movies and cut the scenes and then uploaded, still the who had the downloaded version had the first release movie version. So, but the Netflix and Amazon, on the other hand, have full control over what people are watching. Earlier, Big Bang Theory was not available on Netflix in India, but was available in Europe. I had my friend in Ireland who told that it was available there, but when she accessed her Netflix account in India, she wasn't able to. So even you can see that the movies or the series getting downloaded is not on the device but on the application. If you go through Amazon Prime or the Netflix account, if you want to download any movie or a series or an episode, what it does is it doesn't get downloaded on your mobile internal space, but what it does is it gets downloaded to the application. So the developer has a control over the user as how many times they can watch, what are they watching, how many days can they watch. Earlier, when Amazon Prime had started this downloading option, they had given the access like if I'm downloading uh, a movie like Avenger. So what it will happen is once I start watching it, it will be there only for 2 days. After that, it will tell us uh, that the download has expired. Now, of course, due to the lockdown and seeing the situation, and even before the lockdown, they had updated the system where for days and months you can have the downloads in your system. But this is how the developers will have a control on the user. So the another case that I want to tell you is I am so sure that there will be some scenes from the movie that you want to take a screenshot and you want to show it. I remember me watching this Bird Box with one of my friends, and we want to take a picture of the very cute little baby, but we were not able to because it was on Netflix. Because Netflix has forbidden us to take the screenshot on Netflix application. So now what we can do? So so these are some systems that the developers have the control over the user. So that is the presenter that they have inbuilt. So now I want to take you through this application. I hope my Android Studio will be running. So this is the application that I have already uploaded. That I had already uploaded. To get you a quick start on Android Studio, I can also tell you that any code that is available on GitHub is open source. These Watson Assistant can also be uploaded on see the IBM is has forbidden. Anyway, so if you're creating any assistant or even through Firebase or through IBM or through Cisco, you can upload the source code in the form of JSON, in the format of JSON file. You can upload it on GitHub. So once you go to the GitHub, I'll show you how it is done. So imagine this is the one which I want to do. I'm not going to import it on my Android Studio. I know it will get stuck, but this is how you have to do. So this any any application that you want to build, for example, if you want to have an attendance application, you can click on it. You will have just a sec. Okay. So you will get teen number of GitHub files that have been already prepared by people, and these are all open source. Few of them are copyrights, which you cannot use for commercialization, but you can actually use it, and you can change the codes and you can customize it according to your needs. So this is the GitHub, anything that you want to create. So these are some languages that you can select. So if you want to work with Java, it will give you some filter. So let us not have any filter, and I will select any attendance system, just how to import it. So this is the link. If you can see, this is the clone or the download thing. You can copy it from here. This is my Android Studio. If you want to create your own application, a new project, you can go to here and attach project, import file. There is also a way to do this where when you create a new project, you can inbuild it. My where you can resource type, you can check it, the git and the merge, and then OK. So if I click OK, it will show you a URL link where you have to just copy and paste it. So now that we are into this, where I was talking about this MVP, that is the monitor viewer presenter, what you can do is this will be the application. So there are a few packages. It will. This is the drop down where it will show the project and the packages that is already that you have installed, and the Android. So that so as we have created the Android application, so I'm going to the Android. In the apps, I have to go to the sorry, Java. So this is how you go SRC main, and this is the Android main manifest that you are supposed to go. So it's saying I'm not going to go too much detail into it, but to see any every application will give you an icon, so you can change the icon here. You can label, that is the name of the it is the label of the application that you can change to anything. Like I kept MGR Hackathon just now. You can even create like sample that I created, or you can check. So whether you want the icon to be round, the name, the theme, you can check it. And the one more thing that I want to tell you is the permission. So it is like it is giving only the permission of your internet access and access to the network space. So that is it. So this package that we are going to talk about is the GitHub package that was already being developed by one of the person on GitHub. So this package will have all the data that that a movie has. Like they will create n number of movies, and the icons they have already selected, so they can change it. For example, if I want to upload a movie called Houseful, so I can put the Android name, badge, the title, uh, and so on and so forth. That's it. So here is the run button that you can go. So if I go, this is your virtual device that you're supposed to build. So virtual device is like, see, I'm using it on Windows to my laptop. So once I have to check that whether my Android application is working. So you are supposed to build your virtual device. So virtual device will come up with so many options like phone, a phone, TV, the tablet. So I'm going to use the phone. You have to check with whatever drop down that you're selecting, you have to check with the specifications. So Pixel 2, I think it has the only one which has a 2 GB RAM, whereas others have like a 1 GB RAM. So when I go to the next, okay, a system image must be selected. I think my RAM is not getting. Okay, my C RAM is giving only 7.95 MB, so it's not able to run. Whereas if you go and click it, you will find a pic like this. This is the application that we created, but I'm not able to show it right now. So just explaining you through this. So the application will have the movies, the data. So once, if for example, this is the latest movies that Book My Show has, so they will have it. So once the show of the particular movie is over, so they will what they will do is they will remove it from there. So this is done using the MVP. So they have a control over what users can actually see rather than all the data that user is having. For example, if you take even the WhatsApp, as I said, um, I'm I should not talk about the users to users, but this is one of the examples. Like when there is an MVP between user to user, I'm sending a message to one of my friends, and it reaches him. It gets delivered, and even if I'm on offline and he's offline after that, he'll be able to read the message. That is, the MVP will not be there. That is the reason I'm not able to control what my user can see. So there is a minimum usage of MVP in also WhatsApp that I saw on net, where they are implementing this delete for everyone access. So that is also for a very few times. So what if the person reads from the other end? He will not be able to. The developer will not be able to have an access over it. So this is all about it. Now, I want to talk to you about what kind of applications that can be prepared. So, one is the monitoring, one is the educating, the other is testing, and for sales. These are the like the major things that major areas where people concentrate while developing an application. Taking a real case scenario where, for example, the food dynamometer that one of our student badges are making. So, the food dynamometer is a device where, based on the stress level of the foot muscle, the device will calculate the stress level, and based on it, it will tell you what kind of exercise or how how much recovery that patient has gone through. So these data, according to the stress level of each muscle, each foot muscle will be sent to the doctor to check whether there is a recovery with the patient. So these data can actually be inbuilt using the mobile application. This is one. And educating is like, if you take an example of Udemy was just a website before, but now they have a mobile application where they can access through all the courses, ask questions, or even chat with the teachers. So these and all are some of the areas where application can be used. Testing. So the testing is why I have put testing is remember the example that I gave for the ML. That is, what if I have already inbuilt the data system that can calibrate with the upcoming system. For example, there is a user who comes with a symptom that he has cold, he has sores, he has a sore throat. In that case, what actual health problem does he have? In that case, the testing will be done through the already inbuilt ML algorithm, which will test these symptoms are there. So this person will have either whether he'll have corona or not, or if not corona, then what other problem does he have? Whether it is a common cold or something else. So these are some testing. Not just this, testing can also be done for hardware. Like for example, if you take a picture of a plant, you can actually there is an application that if you take a picture of the plant, it will tell you how much chlorophyll content it will have. It is vague, but at least it gives an idea. So all these ML based applications, it works on the accuracy level because it is really not in the hand of the application that it will run for the 100%. It will give 100% of the result. Sales, obviously, everyone knows, like right from the Dango app, which is getting popular during the pandemic, also the Amazon and everything, sales will come into this. So this is all about the applications and the mobile app. So this was just an introductory session on the mobile app development. I'll be giving my contact details for any assistance if anybody wants to create a mobile application for its simulation purpose for the MGR Online Hackathon. I can assist them through coding and and showing them the prototype. Thank you so much. I would like to end up with the quote like you need not be a coder to make an application. You need not be a coder at all. It is really not necessary that you have to be a computer science application student or a computer application bachelor. You have to have a degree. It just requires a logical thinking as what has to be the next step in building an application and to know that you can. Thank you so much. Coding and showing them the prototype. Thank you so much. I would like to end up with the quote like you need not be a coder to make an application. You need not be a Thank you, ma'am. Over to you now. Prototype. Thank you so much. I would like to end up with the quote like you need not be a coder to make an application. You need not be
Yeah, so I will let me just close the. Yeah, I'll close my YouTube so that I
Thank you,
don't
ma'am.
hear. Yeah, so yeah, so Ganesh, can I start? Can I speak? So thank you very much, Bhuvana. That was a very, very interesting talk. Though I have to admit it looks a little complicated to me, but I can see that, somehow, somewhere I can see a light. Thank you very much. Okay, now students, we will be sharing with you a link for you to submit a preliminary idea round. We would like this to be a PPT with about 7 to 10 slides maximum. And please record a voiceover on your PPT, convert it into a video and upload it on the Google Drive link that we provide you. So make a team name, create your team, focus on the problem around you that you want to solve and how you're planning to solve it. So right now, the focus is on the problem that you are looking at and the solutions that the students can come up with. And after this, we will fine tune and look at the ideas that you have. I'm sure all of you have fantastic ideas. We would like to look at that, and we want to create a thriving community at MGR where we all innovate, help each other in collaboration, and create great hacks or solutions for problem around us. So thank you very much, students, for watching. Thanks to the organizers, to the team here, Ganesh Babu at the Skype organization, Bhuvneshwari for the talk, Rizwan and Arun Kumar for the earlier 2 talks. Thank you very much. And students, stay tuned on the link that we give you for the preliminary idea. Bye.